Hi, my name is Thomas Astarita. The date is June 25th, 2017, and this is Article 2 of the Constitution. Now, this article starts out with establishing the President and Vice President and setting their term limit to 4 years. Presidents were limited to 2 terms, originally as an unwritten rule, but then it became law after the passing of the 22nd Amendment. Article 2, Section 1 talks about the Electoral College, which I'll go more in depth in another video because it's very complex. But basically 538 members of the electorate vote on who the president is going to be. Whoever receives the majority of those votes becomes the president. If there's an equal number of votes, then the House of Representatives decides. This happened in the election of 1800 when Aaron Burr and Thomas Jefferson both received the same amount of votes from the Electoral College, and then the House of Representatives elected Thomas Jefferson as president. This section also states that Congress will choose the national election day. The qualifications for presidency are listed in Article 2 as at least being 35 years old, at least living in the U.S. for 14 years, and being a natural-born citizen. A natural-born citizen is a very vague term that doesn't just mean you were born in the U.S. A good example of this is Senator Ted Cruz, who, although he was born in Calgary, Canada, his mother was a U.S. citizen, so he is automatically a natural-born citizen. Article 2, Section 1, which was touched upon by the 25th Amendment, deals with who replaces the president in the case that he is impeached, resigns, dies, or is unable to hold office. Next in line for the presidency is the vice president, who is followed by the president pro tempore. This section also states that the president receives compensation for holding office and that his salary is fixed, meaning that Congress can't raise or lower his salary based on any decisions he makes. This also states that the president cannot take any other annulment. In other words, he can't receive bribes. Lastly, this section states that the president must take an oath of office. Article 2 establishes the president as the commander-in-chief, meaning that he controls the Army, the Navy, and later the Air Force. However, as a check on presidential power, the president must receive a written opinion from respective department heads to engage in military force. The president also has the ability to make treaties, but another check on this power is that all treaties must be confirmed by the Senate with a supermajority or a 2/3 vote. One way around this check is through the president's use of executive agreements, which are similar to treaties, but they don't have to be confirmed by the Senate, although the next sitting president can undo these executive agreements just as easily as they were put in. The president also has the power to grant pardons, which excuses an individual from a crime. This is possible in all cases except for those of impeachment. The president also has the power to appoint ambassadors and Supreme Court justices. This is one of the longest lasting powers of the president because Supreme Court justices serve life terms. To put a check on this power, a Supreme Court justice may only be appointed after a supermajority confirms it in the Senate. Going into Section 3, the President gives the State of the Union, where he gives information and recommendations to Congress. This is a highly publicized event, which gives the President a lot of exposure. This allows him to use his informal power known as bully pulpit to put pressure on Congress to focus on certain issues. This is known as agenda setting. The President also has the power to receive ambassadors, which is actually a really strong power, as it automatically recognizes the country where the ambassador is from. Section 3 also includes the Take Care Clause, which reads, "He shall take care that all the laws be faithfully executed, and shall commission all the officers of the United States." This gives the President a lot of leeway regarding how he should faithfully execute all laws. Section 4 is very simple and states that the President can be impeached for treason, bribery, and high crimes and misdemeanors. And that sums up Article 2 of the Constitution. My name is Thomas Astarita, and thank you very much for watching.